View category event is very crucial when it comes to TikTok ads management because it tells your ad manager that which list of items are being viewed on your Shopify store. So in this video, we are going to see how you can track view category event and send that data back to your TikTok ads manager. This video has been divided into 5 different sections. In the first section of the video, we are going to see how we can configure Google Tag Manager on your Shopify store, followed by how we can configure the configuration tag of TikTok pixels so we can track events such as page view. In the third section of the video, we will see how we can write a script that will trigger this view item list event in our data layer, and in the fourth section of the video we will trigger a view category event based on this view item list event from the data layer. And in the final section of the video we will make sure that all of the things are being published in our Google Tag Manager container. If you have already configured Google Tag Manager container and TikTok configuration tag, you can head over to the third section of the video. The timestamps are mentioned in the description. In order to configure Google Tag Manager on your Shopify store, you need to have this head section script and the body section script on your Shopify store. So let's just grab the head snippet first and go to our Shopify store. Click on themes and then click on this action button and click on edit code. This will take you to the backend of your Shopify store where you have access to all the codes and theme file. Click on the theme.liquid file. This is the main file of your store, which is almost present on all the pages of the website except the final thank you pages. Let's paste the head snippet right below the head code, and now we can copy the body script. Let's just go back to the Shopify store and search for the opening body tag. For me, the opening body tag is on line 293, so I'm just going to create some space below this and paste the code. We can hit format liquid and then save. This should theoretically add Google Tag Manager on our Shopify store, but let's just be sure and do a preview to make sure everything is working alright. Once you click on preview, this will open a temporary debug window which will be connected with your Shopify store through your website link. So let's just add the link of your Shopify store in this debug window and hit connect. Once the debug window is connected with your Shopify store, you can either use a legacy Chrome extension such as Legacy Tag Assistant, or you can see a pop-up message right here which says that your Google Tag Manager is successfully connected with your debug view. You can also verify the same information from the debug window that has just been opened. In the second section of the video, we need to make sure that the TikTok configuration tag is properly firing on the website. So we need to make sure that we have the pixel already. So let's go to our TikTok Ads Manager, and under the tools section, you will find an option for events. Events is very similar to how Facebook handles data streams. You can have more than one type of pixel, but since Shopify is a web platform, we are going to go with web events. Click on manage and it will take you to another screen where you will have access to all the pixels that you might have created for your TikTok account. If you don't have any pixel, you can simply create one by clicking on this red button on the right side. Otherwise, if you have a pixel that you want to connect, just select the pixel. Since we already have a test pixel, we are going to select that. And on the bottom left corner, you will see an option for add events. On the bottom left corner, you will see an option for add events. Click on that and select manual setup. This will take you to another screen where it will show you the option if you want to use an event builder tool, a manual setup, or however you want to configure it. Since we are using the Google Tag Manager, we don't need to use the event builder tool, so we can skip this step. Let us skip and confirm. And since we're not configuring event API for this one either, so let's just use custom code right now and go next. Now we can click on view instruction, and this will give us a pixel code that we can add on all the pages of our Shopify store. Let's just copy this code and go back to Google Tag Manager container. Since we want this code to fire on all the pages of the website, we are going to select a trigger that triggers this on all the pages. And the tag is essentially a custom HTML tag, so let's just select a custom HTML and paste the code right here. We can rename the tag to custom HTML TikTok configuration tag. Awesome, my spellings are a little weak, but may Allah bless us all. Let's hit save. Now we need to make sure that this TikTok configuration tag is properly firing on all the pages of the website. So to do that, we can hit the preview window again, and this will again temporarily connect the debug view with our Shopify store. And now with the help of TikTok Pixel Helper, we can identify if the pixel is properly firing on the website. You can find all these pixels from the Chrome extension store. Once you click on the Chrome extension helper and your debug window is successfully connected with your Shopify store, you will see all the events that are firing on this page. Perfect. We can see that the page view event is firing along with 2 other warnings, and the warnings are basically saying that your head snippet is supposed to be in the head section of the website, not on Google Tag Manager container. So we can ignore this one since we are using Google Tag Manager for this tracking system. Perfect. Now in this third section of the video, we need to configure a script that will fire the view item list event on our Shopify store that we can use in the fourth section for the view category event. So if you will head down to the description of this video, you will find a blog post, and in this blog post you will find step-by-step instructions on how to add the head snippet, collection code snippet, and theme.liquid file. So let's just open both of these side by side so we have access to both of them, and let's go back to the Shopify store. In the Shopify store, let's just create two separate snippets in order to make sure everything is organized. So let's go to the snippet sections and click add a new snippet. The first snippet that we're going to create, it had -dataLayer. Let's create, and the other snippet we need is dataLayer collection. Let's hit done on this one too. So now we have both of these snippets. We can copy the code that we have in our blog post. Let's copy the code for head dataLayer first and paste it right here. Let's save the file, and now we can do the same thing for the collection page. Let's copy the collection dataLayer code and paste it right here. You can hit format liquid and hit save. Now the last thing we need is copy the code for the theme liquid file. You can paste this code right below the head tag and hit save. Now we have added the collection scripts on our Shopify store, and now we just need to make sure that these scripts are properly firing on the website. So we can go back to the debug window that is connected with our website and go to any of the catalog pages. You might have more than one catalog pages, however, I only have one collection page. So now we are on the collection page of our website, and we can see that the debug window is properly firing the custom view item list event. And now you can see that the view custom list event is properly firing on the website, and it has all the details such as the list of the product and all the item details. That's awesome. Now we can go to the fourth section of the video where we can finally configure this view category event and send it back to the TikTok pixel. So on your Google Tag Manager web container, instead of using the custom HTML tag again and again, we can actually use a template that has been created by the TikTok pixel team. So if you click on the template section on your Google Tag Manager container, and under the tag template section, just look for search gallery, and in this section of the video you can see that we have multiple TikTok pixel created by different members once we search for the TikTok pixel helper. However, we are going to use the tag that has been created by the TikTok team. Perfect. Now we can search for TikTok, and we are going to use the tag that has been created by the TikTok pixel team. Once you select the tag, just add it to the workspace, so this tag will be available for us in the tag section like any other tag. Let's go to the tags and click on new. Since we want this tag to only fire on one event and not all the pages, we need to create a custom trigger for this one. So let's click on the trigger section and click on the plus icon on the top right corner, and this trigger is going to be a custom event. We want this custom event to only be triggered whenever this event fires. So let's just copy the name of this event and go back to the Google Tag Manager web container and rename it to custom event, whatever the name of the event is. And now we can create the tag that can actually send this information back to the TikTok pixel. So let's just go to the tag configuration and select the TikTok pixel tag that we have just created. It requires a pixel ID, so we can go back to the TikTok pixel helper and click finish on the previous installation process, and then go back to the TikTok pixel manager and select the pixel ID. You can also get the pixel ID from the URL, but this might get a little complicated, so let's just wait for the screen to load, and then we can copy the pixel ID from the pixel itself. This is the TikTok pixel ID that we need. So let's just select this TikTok pixel ID and go to the Google Tag Manager web container and paste the ID right here. Since this view category event is not one of the essential events in this, so we have to create a new variable that will send the name of view category event. So in order to do that, we can just go to the new variable section and select a constant variable, and the value of this constant variable is going to be view category. Perfect. Now let's rename the tag to constant variable view category and hit save. Since we are using the data layer structure of Google Analytics 4, we can actually use a system that has been developed by the team, that is just simply checking the button which says use enhanced e-commerce tracking. Doing that, we don't have to do anything. Now all you need to do is define the currency parameter. Let's just do that. For me, the store is in a different country, so I'm going to select PKR. Let's rename the tag to TikTok custom event view category. Awesome. You can also dynamically input this variable from your Shopify store. And if you want to do that, you can go back to the data layer and you can see that we have currency parameter right here. We can also create a data layer variable, and let's just do that first. So instead of putting the currency manually, we can click on the plus icon to add a data layer variable. So let's just hit on plus, and on the top right corner you will see a plus icon which will let us create any other variable. So let's select that and let's do data layer. Since everything is under ecommerce dot items dot zero dot currency, we don't have the currency variable right on the e-commerce object, but we do have it under the items array. So therefore we are going to use this one. So let's just hit save. And in this fifth section of the video, we just need to make sure that all of the events are firing properly. So the testing section will be really easy. So let's just go to the previous section one more time and make sure everything is working all right. Once you click on the preview window again, it will connect the temporary debug window with your Shopify store, and you can go back to the Shopify store and visit the catalog page again, or any other catalog page that you have. Once you click on the catalog page, we can see that the TikTok pixel helper will fire the event with the item category and all the other details. Now we can go to this TikTok pixel helper and we can verify that the view category event is firing properly. It also has all the item details such as item content IDs, price, and all the other things. It also has the currency parameter which is dynamically being input. You can also see that there is another warning which is saying that the multiple trigger has been fired. This is because this view category event and the page view event are almost firing at the same time. Therefore the TikTok pixel is thinking maybe there are some issues with the pixel. However, this is absolutely fine. We can also see that the view category event has fired and the tag has properly fired. Now the only thing left is to make sure that these changes are published and they are not only on the draft mode. So let's do that. Sure. Custom event view category. Now we have successfully added the view category event on our Shopify store. This is the website tracking based on the web events. However, if you want to configure the TikTok API event, which is included in the server-side tracking section, you need to watch another playlist on this channel. The videos have been not recorded yet, but hopefully they will be added soon in maybe a month or so. Until then, happy tracking. Keep learning.